Time for Uncle Hank. Question everything with M. Kalani Souza and Uncle Hank Ferguson.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Uncle Hank. Uncle Hank from Uncle Hank Question Everything. So anyway, I wanted to just do a fast shout out to the guys out at Red Hill, all our Aina and Vi warriors. We wanted to let you know that we on the Big Island here are monitoring you folks very, very closely. We are behind what you folks are doing, and we wanted to add in some of the stuff that we think that you should be aware of. So anyway, with Red Hill, there's all this debate going on between the state and the federal government, these lawsuits and stuff like that, these justifications that are coming down as to why they should not have to follow the state order to drain the tanks and remove the whole installation. Okay, so there's a couple really big things that we need to understand. First of all, the question is, and it's a very prime question, does the state of Hawaii actually have any control over the military? And I'm saying that because it seems like only if push came to actual shove, like it's going now, since there's a disaster, kind of like when Koalabi was, right? But the fact that the military thinks it has the right to debate the state's emergency health order is ludicrous. But it also tells you that they think that they have a trump card over the state of Hawaii. Now, I understand that they actually do. I don't think anybody else understands that. This is why this is a very important time, because we have our Congressman, Kai Kahele, over there, that of course represents the United States, but he's also a military man, so he understands the inside military connection. And so there is conversation that's going on all over the place about not only is there a challenge of the United States presence in the Hawaiian Islands, and I make this statement all the time, and I mean it when I say it, that the United States government has absolutely no lawful authority to assert their jurisdiction in the Hawaiian Kingdom. And I also challenge, and I say, okay, if you think I'm not correct, then show me any law, any set of laws, statute, constitutional, even international, that gives the United States the right to annex a foreign independent nation like Hawaii. This is a very important question because it's not only being asked amongst ourselves, but it's being asked internationally, because the United States, in fact, has no lawful authority. Okay? And so anyway, so getting back to Red Hill, what we cannot lose sight on is that it's 100 feet above our aquifer. So I don't care what kind of mitigation they think they're going to do. The bottom line is you can't have it there. Just like Ernie Lau said, you cannot have it there. You've got to move it because it's an imminent harm. We're in imminent harm by those tanks in their position above our aquifer. It does not change if they empty the tank, okay? Because the tanks are still above our aquifer. So even if they were finding some kind of new way to line it or whatever, it's still going to be above your aquifer. You cannot take a chance like that. We cannot. Especially when you look at the old Hawaiian way. I mean, the word for law in Hawaii was what? Tanawai, the way of the water. So what we're doing is, this is the very basics of Hawaiian Kingdom law, kanawai. Hawaiian word for wealth is what? Whaibai, all about fresh water. And, you know, in the ancient days, for somebody like the military, regardless of who they were, to reach these water laws the way they do, the diversion of it, I don't know who gave them permission to even put in their own wells. But that's a taking. That's an actual taking of a Hawaiian Kingdom resource. Okay? And what they're doing is they're jeopardizing, just because of the proximity, they're jeopardizing the other wells that are not necessarily in military hands, but part of the Honolulu water system. Yeah? And so, regardless of all the debates and all the promises that are being made, we have to understand that the United States government never follows through with their promises. Okay? We have sites all over the Big Island, military sites. Some of our Hawaiian homelands in Waimea cannot be utilized because they haven't been decontaminated for ordinances, right? But they'll award you the land. What I'm trying to say is that the United States military has been a bad player from the very, very go. Okay? And you know, we forget about these things because life moves on so fast. Think of all the stuff that Kaneohe Marine Corps Air Station has been dumping into Kaneohe Bay. What about all the ordinances that were found that were dumped off the Waianae coast? These are not things that are new. These are compiling. And we're almost at a point now where we understand well enough to know that we can and we will do something. And I'll tell you what, if the state can't make a move, which I don't think it's going to be able to, we, the Hawaiians, as the Hawaiian Kingdom, need to make that move. And it needs to be made over the right of water. This is the most sacred thing on the planet. It is the most sacred thing in Hawaiian. And so we just want to let you guys know that we are behind you. We stand tall with you guys. We're looking at all kinds of water problems here on the Big Island. There's a major grab from the state to get and control all the waterways. They're closing off rivers. They're diverting water. And all these things are against the law in the Hawaiian Kingdom. I mean, when you look at some of the old Hawaiian Kingdom water laws, I mean, the laws of the kingdom, even in our own judicial system, water was the main thing that was fought about. That's what you had a Konoiki for. He was the one who told you how you have to divide your water up, when your watering times are. It was also known that to break the kapu of water, the penalty was death, bro. There's even a saying that you became part of the Lo'i Bank, okay? Because that's how important water was. It is said that the only way a commoner could kill another commoner is if the water coming from his lo'i down to yours was constantly dirty, because that prevented you from not only showing production and abundance, but it curtails you from being able to display to your gods your ability to be in concert with them, to act accordingly. Yeah? Anyway, so these are very important things to think about. I'm not going to do it right here, right now, but we are going to do a personal video to Kaikaheli because he is our representative. He's also part of the military, still active in the military. And the question needs to be asked, show us how the United States has any lawful authority in the Hawaiian Kingdom. Okay? Anyway, so that's what it is for today. But you got some more coming. And what I'd like to be able to shout out to you guys, we need to build networks because it doesn't matter how good the information is. If we can't get it out, then it's really for naught. And we're finding out that we're very limited. And so the part that you guys can play at home, take these videos and share them, not only with the Hawaiian community, share them with any community, okay? Because we got to get the whole people of Hawaii into the groove of things and to do things correctly. Okay? Anyway, so this is Uncle Hank. I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, aloha mai. Be a part of a minority view. Ao he pau ike, I ka halau ho'okahi.